Hello again, beautiful Perception Trainers people, and welcome back to our Meditation for Resistance Part 2. So if you have not done or practiced the previous meditation, I highly recommend you do that many times before you practice this one, because this meditation is building upon that one. But this, at the same time, if you're not in a state of self-compassion and self-love, and in a state where you can relax any tendency to be beating yourself up or telling yourself you should be different or trying to fix or change or remedy yourself in some way, this meditation isn't going to be as effective because, again, this life is meant to teach us through our pain. And when we are in a painful situation, we are truly coming up against the limits of our current understanding, the limits of our current capacity to express ourselves genuinely and fully in this world that we are currently living in. We're coming up against the limits of our own self-awareness. We're coming up against the limits of our own capacity to be who we are in this world and to love who that person is and to express that person. And this is essentially where resistance comes from. We're in resistance to who and what we are. We're in resistance to how we feel about something. We're in resistance to something that's happening because it's not how we want things to be happening, but we don't understand why it's happening the way that it's happening or how to fix it or what it is that we're supposed to learn so that we can take our power back and create what we want to create. And this is why we're in resistance. We're in resistance because we don't understand something. We are in a state of fear, in a state of lack of information. And so when people talk about coming into a state of love, it's not necessarily a state of affection for someone or something or anything like this. Love is truly a state of expanded awareness. It's a state, that opposite state of fear, which is lack of information, and it is coming into more information. Being able to see what you could not see before, being able to understand what you could not understand before, getting more pieces of the puzzle, and understanding in this life that when we truly want to heal or fix or change or improve any situation or anything in our lives, it's going to require that we understand something deeper than we already understand it, that we see whatever levels of complexity we're currently not seeing that are a part of whatever it is that we're going through, and that we can use that new information to help us expand into who and what it is we want to be and what we want to create in this world. And again, this is the frustration. The frustration in this life is the feeling that we can't be, do, or have what we want to have, be, do, or have in this world. And so when we're in a state of resistance, what we're really coming up against is a situation where we believe we cannot do, be, or have what we want. And then we're trying to fight against that, or we're trying to run away from that because that's painful. So as we start with compassion for the self, understanding that we're not creating this situation for ourselves, nor are we in this situation because someone else, when we're not in a state of blame, we can get into a state of, okay, where is my power here? And we're going to notice that, of course, almost every time, we're not going to step straight from, I hate this thing is awful, coping mechanisms, self-sabotage, blaming everybody, shaming everybody, deep, painful, negative emotions into, oh, okay, I see where this all comes from. I see this is all just my childhood. This is what I want. This is what I want to. It's going to be a process, okay? Emotional mastery is a process. And so we're really wanting to come into the state of love, the state of self-compassion first. I feel how I feel for a reason. There's not something wrong with me that I feel this way. It's not something wrong with me that I'm reacting this way. Of course I feel this way, and of course I'm reacting this way. What I'm going through sucks. I don't like it. Okay? So that's the first thing. We acknowledge where we are actually at, that we're in a thing we don't like and we don't want it. And that is okay. That makes sense. It's not wrong. That's perfect human reaction. Next thing is we come out of self-blame and into self-love so that we can start to just see where our power is. So, and in a way, where we can see that we do have some power in the situation that we're in. But that doesn't mean that we were wrong before, or that the situation that we're in is our fault, or that we should have known, or that, again, that there's something wrong with us, that we are the cause. Because so much of the time, taking responsibility, people don't actually take responsibility, they just take self-blame. So this is what this meditation is for, okay? So, starting in your comfortable position, and whenever you're ready, closing the eyes, taking a nice deep inhale, long, smooth exhale. Again, nice deep inhale. Long, smooth exhale. And again, just relaxing the body, allowing the shoulders to drop away from the ears, arms to become heavy at the sides, chest expands, belly relaxes, seat relaxes, legs, feet, toes, releasing tension, allowing your body to slightly rock or sway, shifting the head side to side, just allowing yourself to come into this moment. And again, noticing if there's any intense negative emotion, intense negative feeling, intense negative sensation, or not intense, just any negative emotion, sensation, or numbness, lack of sensation in the body. Just noticing where you hold your resistance, or where you numb out in this body to not feel this resistance. And just sending your mind to this area of the body. Noticing how it feels to be in a state of resistance. Noticing where you feel it in the body, or where the greatest lack of sensation in the body is. Noticing where your mind wants to run away, to check out, to think about something else, to go into problem-solving mode, logic problem-solving mode. Just noticing all of that. And just like we did in the last meditation, starting with complete compassion for yourself. It's okay that you don't want to feel. It's okay that you want to fix it. It's okay that you want to run away. It's okay that you just want to learn what this is so you can make it go away. It's okay that you're reacting how you're reacting. It's okay that you're reacting how you're reacting. And next, again, really feeling into the feeling of this resistance, the uncomfortable feeling that you're trying to get away from in your body, in your emotions, in your mind. And if you can, sending the feeling itself love and compassion. Feeling this feeling, and if you feel like it's bad and it's wrong and it's trying to hurt you, you just want to get away from this feeling, because all resistance is going to have a feeling component in your body, in your emotions. And this is the feeling you're trying to numb or run away from right now. This is the feeling you're trying to fix the external circumstance, so this feeling will go away. And just in this moment, I want you to see if you can shift your perspective from this feeling is making me feel bad, this feeling is the cause of my problems, this feeling is what I don't want, to What if this feeling is just a messenger? What if this feeling that I'm feeling, this feeling that I'm trying to run away from, the sensation in my body, what if this feeling is the information that I need right now to find my power in whatever I'm in resistance to right now? What if this feeling is going to guide me to the part of myself that needs love and compassion right now? The part of myself I need to understand deeper, that has a need it needs to get met that I don't understand. What if this feeling, if I allow myself to feel it, will lead me to the solution to my problems? What if it will show me that I don't actually have problems, but rather something I need to learn? What if this feeling is simply pointing me in the direction of my next expansion? That without this resistance in my world, without this situation that I'm facing, I could never actually know myself and what I need, or this world and how to get that need met. So rather than feeling that I need to fight with this feeling to get rid of it or fix it, what if the answer is to listen to this feeling? What if the feeling isn't going to kill me? What if the feeling isn't trying to hurt me? What if the feeling is the solution? And then rather than trying to figure out in your mind what this feeling is trying to tell you, I invite you to relax into the feeling. To soften around the edges of the feeling. To look at the feeling as a messenger and a friend. And this messenger is not going to speak to you in words, it's not going to say things in your head. It's going to communicate to you through the feeling sensation. So again, having deep compassion for yourself. If you cannot allow yourself to feel the feeling, if you cannot allow yourself to surrender into the feeling, that is okay. Just starting with getting curious. What if this feeling is a messenger and not something I need to get rid of? What if feeling the feeling is the answer? And clarity will come on the other side of feeling. What if I don't need to figure it out right now, but rather just need to feel? Just getting curious about that. And if you have resistance to that, that is okay. Compassion. And if you feel open to exploring what the feeling may be saying, to taking the risk of feeling the feeling, I invite you to pause this meditation if you like, or just hang out as we go. Again, just working with the oscillation of wanting to get away from the feeling, fix the feeling, understand the feeling intellectually, forcing it to speak to you so it'll go away, and then coming back to the compassion for yourself. It's not your fault that you feel this way. It's not your fault that whatever's happening is happening. If you learn of where your power is, this doesn't mean that you are the cause and you are to blame. This just means you're now ready to learn something you didn't know before. And it's okay to not know. It's okay to not know. It's okay to learn. It's okay to feel. it's feeling. And it may feel very intense. It may feel like the anxiety or the depression or the crushing sensation or the expanding sensation is going to kill you. That's okay. Just be with yourself and be with the feeling as long as you can, knowing you're allowed to run and you're allowed to fight whenever you want. So let's just take a few minutes to again either just practice that compassion for yourself, practice the curiosity of what could this feeling be about. Could it be that this feeling is good instead of bad? Or practicing just letting yourself surrender to the feeling, letting it take you, and just observing yourself as you feel the feeling. Self-compassion, curiosity, feeling. And then whenever you're ready, dropping the chin to the chest, giving yourself gratitude for being willing to have compassion, being willing to be curious, being willing to explore feeling, and knowing that this is going to be a practice you practice. We master this over time. This is not something you need to become an expert at today. Feeling is hard, and that's okay. Gently bringing yourself back to the room, opening the eyes, and again, gratitude towards yourself for practicing, for being here, for showing up. I know it's okay to have resistance. It's okay to not want to feel. It's okay to want to make it all go away. We come into this gently, slowly, over time. Love and compassion for the self is a process. It's not an experience that happens, all right? So continue to practice this, and check out all the stuff below, our mystery school, my other courses, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.